Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you have to check out the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking about the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. If you're looking for pay-per-view predictions, if you're looking for pay-per-view reviews, if you're looking for interviews, check out the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Crash and Burn!
Hey there, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you're watching this. Welcome to another episode of the fastest wrestling podcast in pro wrestling, Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we're having a look at Backlash 2017. And this event took place at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, with an attendance of 9,800, and it took place on May 21st, 2017. Before we get to the episode, let's bring Wyatt in.
Good evening, everyone. Here I am at my grandma's house. You know, it's probably one of the best places I actually do this podcast. But again, thank you for tuning in wherever you're living, either if you're living in Australia, the UK, the Middle East, North Pole, the South Pole, wherever you're watching this. Welcome aboard. Hopefully, you all enjoy this episode. Feel free to enjoy it as you got to see the pay-per-view where one of the most unexpected title wins got to happen, and where the modern day Maharaja Jinder Mahal claimed to be WWE champion. And honestly, I thought that wasn't a bad decision, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. So before we get to that unexpected title win, then as we continue Backlash week going, let's run down the other card. The other matches. So, starting off with the pre-show match, Ty Dillinger, who's known as Sean Spears now in the Pinnacle in AEW, defeated Aiden English. Pre-show match. Wyatt.
You know, it was just when Ty Dillinger was just called into the main roster. You know, he's the perfect 10, and I believe Aiden English was just jobbing his ass to people because, you know, Simon Gotch just got released like earlier before him. But not watch that match. I honestly could care less. Anything just like Aiden English jobbing to Ty Dillinger pretty much.
Yeah, to me, it was just another pre-show match. Not too special to me. I was not a fan of these guys that time, but it was a decent pre-show match. Now moving on to the main card. I believe this was the in-ring main roster debut of Shinsuke Nakamura, who defeated Dolph Ziggler. So I thought he put on a decent debut match for the main roster. Shinsuke, he had a good run on NXT, and he's doing pretty fine on the main roster to me. So I'd say he put on a great match. Wyatt?
Honestly, it was it was predictable for that fight. You know, you had Nakamura getting called up, honestly. Not too big on the guy. And Dolph Ziggler, I dislike him a lot with a passion. But honestly, I could care less, honestly, because who cares? But just get out the more I see and this way out the door soon, because you saw, I believe, Shinsuke Nakamura was backstage at AEW in a picture with a group photo with a few other people. And I think Nakamura's contract's supposed to expire soon. So, honestly, I think the King of Strong Style is going to make his appearance one last time with Corbin and all, and I think he's going to take his way out the door. But I could be wrong, but I see that's the key's going to turn. That is the way the key's going to turn.
To keep it going? Okay. The next match, the Usos defeated Breezango for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Well, the Usos retained. So, Wyatt, go ahead for this match.
I was a big fan of both teams at the time. You know, Breezango was always talented, you know, with fashion styles and collaborating with the Ascension. And, you know, I think, like, Tyler Breeze dressed up as, like, a old lady or like a custodian or something, but I don't know what he cosplayed as. Like, I didn't watch it afterwards, because I was out to dinner that night. So, yeah, the Usos took the win, and it really didn't matter for me who won that match, honestly. But they're two and so.
Give me a second.
I thought
Headphones. Okay. Alright, can you hear me, Wyatt?
yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Alright, so have you finished your take?
Yeah, tag team and probably one of the top tag teams in like the 2010s decade. So, you know, hard to believe, Jason, that Breezango is actually still a thing in 2021.
I barely even see them on TV now. In NXT, oh, okay. Anyway, so for this match, it was pretty entertaining to me. It was a solid match, but there wasn't anything too special. To me in this match, as quote Evan, it was a match that existed.
Bless you.
Okay. Alright, well, bless you to my mom. Anyways, again, as I said, it was a solid match. There wasn't anything too special in this match, but congrats to the Usos, and aside from the hilarious acts by Breezango.
Yeah, it's true.
Up next, Sami Zayn defeat. Huh?
If this is sports entertainment, like, you can't like do just wrestling because that doesn't make the show. You want to entertain your fans.
Right. Okay. Up next, Sami Zayn defeating Baron Corbin. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Sami Zayn beat Baron Corbin. I thought Corbin.
Yeah, Sami Zayn defeated Baron Corbin in this next match.
I kind of wish Corbin actually won that match because Corbin's probably one of the best. Corbin's still one of the best SmackDown superstars to this day, and Sami Zayn's just a guy who I really don't care for. I honestly, a match really didn't meet. I really cared less for this fight, but not a lot of state. It really didn't mean anything to me. I kind of wish that Corbin would have won that fight.
Yeah, this match I didn't care for. I'm skipping it. Alright, so for this next match, it was a 6-women tag team match. Natalya, Tamina, Carmella, who was with James Ellsworth at that time, defeated Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Naomi by submission. So I'd say this was actually a good match. I actually really enjoyed this match, especially the chemistry that they put on in this match. Natalya, Tamina, and Carmella, they put on a great match pacing here. And credits to Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Naomi for the good performance here. So they had good storytelling here, leading up to this match.
Yeah.
That was next stuff. Wyatt.
I mean, Carmella was my favorite women's wrestler in 2017 on the SmackDown brand, so I was happy that Carmella picked up the win. And I still actually remember till the because Ellsworth was with what to do with him ever since him and Ambrose splitting up. So I thought it's just I wasn't a big on SmackDown division at the time, so it's just honestly I really didn't care for the match. I really didn't know much about. I actually forgot about this match anyways, but I actually wondered how long that match.
Huh?
How long was that match anyways?
That match was 10 minutes and 5 seconds.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Anyways, this match is next. Kevin Owens defeated AJ Styles by countout. It was for the U.S. title. Go ahead, Wyatt.
honestly, AJ Styles did make a shocking defeat at Madison Square Garden by claiming the United States Championship. And, it was, ever since Kevin Owens made his move to SmackDown, getting Chris Jericho out of the way, Kevin Owens was making his move and all. And, I thought the match was all right. A lot of good chemistry in it, but it was, AJ and Owens have had some pretty good matches against each other and all. But honestly, it's just, I really didn't. It was just, honestly, the ending was just whatever. But, it was actually good that AJ Styles took the belt off him at some point.
All right. Yeah, it was an okay match. These two had a good storytelling leading up to this match. It could have ended off in a better way instead of just a count out.
But
Yeah.
that's gonna end me count. Not every time to end in a pinfall or submission.
Next match, the late great Luke Harper defeated Eric Rowan. Singles match. Go ahead, Wyatt.
The Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, they both have came, Brody and Rowan have came a long way with each other from like the Wyatt, their days and the Wyatt family, and I have some stuff to say on this, but the match was, Harper was actually the right guy to win because honestly, I always thought Harper was always better than Rowan because, Harper's a former Intercontinental Champion. Rowan hasn't really claimed any titles except the tag titles. And, Harper's had more potential than Rowan, and I think Harper has succeeded a little more than Rowan. So I thought honestly the match was Harper actually had some good matches against each other. I can't remember if actually Rowan has actually beat Harper at one point. They flip-flopped around from being friends to foes, but as Eric Rowan had a poster up saying this is Harper. Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now, my friend.
Yes, that hit me too when I saw that.
Poster said, "Bye for now, my friend."
Yeah. So for this match, these two have come a long way throughout their careers. They were part of the Wyatt family. They were the Bludgeon Brothers. And then
Rowan always had some that guy. I always liked how Rowan always like the spin kick. Rowan does it all, and I think Rowan went. I especially saw her, and I like how.
But again, it was a solid match to me. But of course, Harper's watching us from heaven, reviewing this match. But oh boy, the main event of this night. Yes, this was the start of the modern day Maharaja character, I believe. Jinder Mahal surprisingly wins the WWE Championship from Randy Orton. Oh man, this was the start, I believe, of his modern day Maharaja character, and Mahal was accompanied by the Singh brothers that time, and I must say, I actually enjoyed his reign surprisingly, and he put on good matches with Randy Orton. Yeah, I enjoyed this match. Congrats to Mahal that time for surprising us with the victory. And I could tell a lot of fans were shocked that time.
Yeah.
But again, he went on to bring back the Punjabi prison match, which happened at Battleground 2017.
Maybe we'll review Battleground 2017 in the future.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my take of the match. Wyatt.
Yeah, I'm not the crazy ball. I think Paul had
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Mahal in that match is because there was a whole thing that was going on in India at the time that made Jinder Mahal. And honestly, Jinder Mahal, I don't think he's really from India. He's actually from Canada.
Yeah, it's all part of his character.
Yeah. Him and the Singh brothers always worked, but I think him with Shanky and Veer is actually going to work as well. Because Shanky and Veer actually have potential in them. And honestly, I actually enjoyed Jinder Mahal's title reign, actually. I know
Same here.
He's my favorite of all time, but let me tell you, Jinder Mahal has potential. Jinder Mahal's awesome. Decent promo. Absolute badass. If y'all think that Jinder Mahal didn't deserve at least a title reign in WWE Championship, well, guess what? I think he did. I don't know what's so bad about Jinder Mahal, honestly. He was WWE Champion at one point. So, in all
for like
honesty,
6 months, I believe.
I think Jinder Mahal is just incredible. So,
Yeah, he carried SmackDown that time.
He will win. I think this would be great. Jinder Mahal will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He wins, cashes in on Lashley, and gets another title reign, but with Shanky and Veer on his side.
Yeah.
I think Mahal should give another WWE Championship title reign because I think it wouldn't even bother me.
Yeah, same here. He even carried SmackDown time. He made an entrance like an actual. He made a great entrance too, and he's a good heel, and yeah, he put on good promos too as a champion.
People kind of thought that CM Punk was actually going to interfere in that match, which and help Jinder win because it was in Chicago. Because every time they're in Chicago, they think CM Punk's going to.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it for Backlash 2017 review. Okay. So that's it for the Backlash 2017 review. Ratings. Wyatt, how would you rate the show?
I'm going to give it a 4. The show really didn't impress me so much, except Jinder winning.
I'll give this a 4 as well because the only special thing was that surprise title win. Aside from Nakamura's in-ring debut, I thought that was a decent match. So actually, I'll change it to a 5. I'll go a little higher than you.
Yeah, that's your opinion, so I respect that.
Outro's time. Thanks for watching this episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we hit a look at Backlash 2017. We hope you enjoyed our review, and the next episode for the Crash and Burn side is AEW's Double or Nothing predictions. But that's our next predictions. But we also have an interview coming up too, so stay tuned for that. And for the Moshcast, we're going to be doing other genres since last week we did rock and metal. Since we agreed on alternating each week. So stay tuned for more reviews for the Moshcast. And we would like to welcome back AJ for coming back to podcasting. So you can catch him on there. And occasionally he might come on here as a guest. And thanks for watching. And Wyatt, end this video off.
Thank you for allowing me on. It is what it is, but thank you. Hopefully, everyone get back to me.
All right. So that's it, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good day, and have a good afternoon. Peace.
Crush and burn!